Fuego City.
Legendary. Now I'm quit.
Being from Hartford, Fuego, how did you connect with Benny? How did you meet Benny the Butcher?
Instagram. Like we had a mutual homeboy. Like he was doing some work or beginning to do some business and some work with a brother from Hartford actually. And he happened to be a good friend of mine, like one of my childhood friends, one of my brothers. Mm-hmm. So just regularly, like he ain't pushing on him or nothing. He just happened to share a video. This is actually my first video. And he shared the clip. Benny saw the clip and it was lit from there. He's like, man, shit, who that? So he started inquiring. We hung out a little bit. Then we got to the music later. Like we kind of built the friendship first, I was just soaking it up and coming around, seeing what the fuck they really had going on.
Right. Were you familiar with his movement and what he had going at that point? By the time he actually reached out and saw your talent.
Yeah, that's all I was really fucking with at the time.
You just came off of the Bird and the Plugs tour, and it was a nationwide tour. Benny the Butcher. How was that for you, man? How was that experience for you?
Shit, that was great for me because I wasn't supposed to be there.
And when you say that, what do you mean exactly by that? Why do you feel like you weren't supposed to be there?
Shit don't happen for niggas like me, bro.
Right out the trenches, man.
I'm pulling the fast one. Like I don't know about like I mean, mm-hmm. I don't know what niggas are doing in life or whatever the case may be like that before this, bro. But a nigga like me is pulling the fast one. God is good,
mm-hmm.
And like I would have never imagined any of this shit.
And coming from where you come from, Hartford, Connecticut, Homicide, Hartford, man, top 100 worst cities in the nation. Was there a time that you thought you would meet Benny the Butcher and possibly be in this position because something had to keep that fire alive inside of you for you to keep doing this shit?
And then I was in an accident. I broke both my legs. I had to learn how to walk again and shit like that. To make a long story short.
When did that happen, man? What happened, man? Tell us about that.
Some bullshit or whatever. Some car shit though, but some bullshit. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna get too much into that. But during that process, I had a hospital set up in my crib, had a bed and shit like that in the crib. So I couldn't really walk. I was learning how to do all that shit again. So for the most part, I started listening to music. And I would listen to Griselda, Benny, freestyles and shit, Conway and all that, whatever. And everybody that came in the house was just like, yo, you rap like them. Start rapping again.
Mm-hmm.
I had the time on my hands, put a couple things together. Like I said, as soon as I could move a little bit better, I shot a vid or two. I believe, I shot 2 videos. Benny saw one of them. So from there, me and him started having some type of dialogue. So that was always in the back of my head. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe like something to come out of that. So I kept doing it. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like I ended up going to jail. Then like Benny took off, man. And we spoke a couple times and told me some real shit. Like those conversations led me to believe like it was really something over there for me if I worked hard enough. You feel what I'm saying? So
let me ask you a question. So you said you do the video, you having dialogue with Benny. How long ago was this? Because you said shortly after you went to jail. So how long ago was this?
Man, I've been in jail half my rap career. I've been rapping for 3 years. I've been in jail 1.5 years.
Damn. Okay.
So I'm motherfucking like I said, I was running I was running with Benny and shit like that. We did a couple things or whatever. Then I got caught with a strap. So I went to jail. Corona got me out early, actually. I ended up getting sick in there. I was on the ventilator and shit for like 9 days.
Word. Now, you know that's crazy because in your music, you actually talk about that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
almost died in that motherfucker. I made it out though. I got out a little early. Then I was home a few months, and then some other shit happened around me to where I got packed up from parole. So I was going another like few months and shit.
Where'd you end up doing your bid at, man?
I stayed in the county most of the time because of the pandemic. Once the pandemic hit, they wasn't really trying to move niggas from facility to facility.
And you so when you were in jail, correct me if I'm wrong, did your auntie pass away while you were in the Bing, man?
Yeah. I had lost her.
Man, my condolences, man. You know what I'm saying? You talk about that in your songs, and it's crazy because when you listen to your music, I feel like you're being very transparent and open about your life, and a lot of rappers ain't doing that nowadays.
No, like I've been blessed to just have a platform to talk. I talk about my day or what I'm going through or what I see. You feel what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, like that shit translates into dope raps when it come to me. So it's like, man, bro, I'm living like I'm here right now. My mother is on hospice. I'm the only child. I'm trying to do this interview and make my mother some fucking spaghetti, raviolis and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, man, and you're a real one. You know what I'm saying? For holding it down and taking time, man. You handling biz. You know what I'm saying? Salute.
No, yeah, she like this shit. She love this shit that I'm doing. She glad I got something that's meaningful. You feel what I'm saying?
And
that's grab for not go to jail, get killed and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing. At the same time, like I said, my mom on hospice in the other room and shit, like, and you suckers are still never see me sweat.
For real.
Just so y'all know that.
Nigga going through real shit, you know what I'm saying? And you still out here moving, doing tours, man, getting to the bag.
Hold on a second, bro.
Mm-hmm. And you know, speaking of moms, man, everybody that watched this interview, man, you know, leave your comments, man. Put your prayers up for Mom Dukes, man. You know what I'm saying?
You just tell my mama I'm a rapper, you heard?
And that's exactly where I'm going, man. It's been a busy year for you. Not only have you been on tour, man, you've done at least 3 mixtapes this year. The first one that I want to talk about, Tell My Mama I'm a Rapper. Why fire, first of all, fire. Why did you name it Tell My Mama I'm a Rapper?
They tell my mama I'm a lot of other shit.
Don't forget to tell him that though.
You heard? I've been telling my mother I'm a whole lot of other shit. Tell her I'm a rapper now.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that mixtape. Everybody please go listen to that. You speak a lot of vivid, detailed lyrics.
That shit for niggas that was there, like you heard, like y'all could tell, like even like the fans or the podcasters or whoever the case may be, like y'all can tell who was there, or who just a good rapper, like you feel what I'm saying?
It's no way for me to listen to your music and not see the authenticity in it. It's very authentic. And that's what I love about it. You have a song called Black Lives Matter. Can you talk about that song? Because I feel that was kind of deep how you came up with that song.
I just feel like that because I feel like that shit be fake. It's like, that shit. Most of that shit be fake, man. It's like Black Lives Matter. These are the same people that was killing yesterday.
Right.
So for me, it's like, man, Black Lives Matter till a nigga try it. Like, till you come around fucking with me or mine, at that point, do Black Lives Matter?
Then everything go out the window and it's time to get ignorant.
Exactly. And that's how the average person feels. It's like, that's like a call to us. Like, When we stop fucking each other over, then we could do something real.
Let me ask you, do you think that's one of the reasons why, you know, a place like Hartford is called Homicide Hartford and people are increasing the murder rate because they can't grasp that concept?
See, like, honestly, it's like people try to make it seem like this shit just started, bro. This killing shit been going on my whole life here. And everywhere else too. Like, niggas just they start killing in California, bro. Word. Niggas just they start killing in Detroit. Word. Niggas ain't just start killing in Chicago, in Atlanta, and Philly. This isn't new. We need to stop acting like it's new. We need to make it old.
Do you feel like, okay, being that it's not new, we have a new generation of people?
That's all it is. It's a new generation. At one point, one of these generations got to give the generation below them something different.
Right.
That's what hasn't happened. And the average nigga, once they not active no more and they make it out, they look at the young niggas like, oh, they crazy. Nah, that's where I say this shit be fake. They ain't crazy. They doing what you was doing.
Right, they're going through the same trials and tribulations that niggas went through.
So it's going to take somebody that's been there that they can relate to, that speak their language, to get them the real game. That's what niggas like me out here
for. For real.
That's what Black Lives Matter was made for.
For real. And it's a great message, you know what I'm saying? Especially for the youth. When you in the streets and you doing stuff, man, sometimes things go a certain way. But, you know, if you can, for the most part, just keep in mind, you know, you're dealing with your brother. You know, if it's a black man, y'all got conflicts or whatever, at the end of the day, y'all still black people. You know what I'm saying? It's still your brother.
Oh, yeah, we here to, like, we here to show people that it's okay. Like, we here to show people different that it's okay to talk shit out, to communicate, to be men.
For real.
To not always feel like you gotta just shoot it out.
For real. It's
I'm here to help people. I'm here to save people. Or if not, like if I was in that other world, still like it'd be different. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna be here, I might as well do what I'm supposed to do while I'm here.
Can you talk about how it was for you growing up? You know what I'm saying? Coming up as a kid, going to school, stuff like that.
I grew up in the projects and shit, but I'm from Stowe Village housing projects. They call it Crookville out here. One of the like, yeah, you know, you ask the town about that place. Like I don't gotta say this, that, and the third, but like you know, I grew up there and we grew up fast down there. And I'm the only child, like by my mom. I'm my mother only child, so like I wasn't hungry and all of that shit. Story, it wasn't the best, but I had my little shit, my little toys and shit like that. But I was still in the projects.
Was Pops around?
Like, nah, like I know who he is, but it wasn't like that.
Right.
So it's like you know, my mom worked and shit. Streets raised me.
Right. So being a kid, you know what I'm saying, being around that life, did you find at some point that it was no other option for you? Like that's just it? Like let's dive into the shit?
I went to jail, nigga, when I was like 12, 13.
Word up.
Like for years too. So it was like I said, we grew up fast. I came out the porch, bugging the fuck out.
Word up.
Went straight. The juvie don't pass go.
Word up. You're a young man and you're in the juvenile detention centers and even you get locked up and go to jail. How do you feel like that shaped you as a person? Do you feel like it's made you be different with the way you handle people or with the way you handle situations?
Hey, yeah, I had to be good with people. It's like you might be the toughest motherfucker in your neighborhood or whatever the case may be like that. They send you somewhere where everybody tough. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's a predator. Everybody's will fight. Everybody will stab. Everybody will shoot. Like, so that doesn't always work like that. You feel what I'm saying? You learn how to communicate better. Actually, you learn respect and shit like that. Cause without that, your head to get bashed.
For real.
So
Respect to get you a long way.
Yeah, like I definitely learned some things that I carry with me now that's gotten me far with that. It's like, bro, man, if I could, like, this shit, I can't make this shit up, bro. The day my juvenile parole ended, I called my first adult case.
The day.
The same day, we call ourselves celebrating. I said, I'm going out to celebrate. You heard? We ended up fucking the nigga up, and I took the cane that he had on him, and I went to jail with his shit.
Yo, like this shit don't stop. It don't stop.
Yeah, at that point, it's like we fucking nigga up, we robbing them too. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, the game don't wait. Niggas hungry, man.
Took this nigga little package shit, all type of shit like that, and I fuck around and like they just hit when this shit happened to that. We like, fuck, I'm trying to get away. I can't get away.
Man.
Got a post already, man. You heard?
Yeah. Let me ask you, man. So being a young man, who did you listen to like as a young guy growing up? You know what I'm saying? What type of artists did you listen to? Say word, Tupac. West Coast.
Tupac. Hell yeah. Tupac, nigga. Tupac. And the Wu-Tang was a heavy influence. Wu-Tang and Pac.
Now, I didn't expect you to say Tupac at all.
Yeah. Pac is like, see, niggas think like niggas try to take away from Pac. But Pac did shit niggas wouldn't do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pac was shooting off duty cops and all type of shit like that. Like,
he was outside. He was really outside.
Like to say he wasn't necessarily a gangster. Why? Because he wasn't a gangbanger or like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, when it came time to get active, like that nigga was active. That nigga died, but he was active. How it looked to me. Like, niggas tried to make it seem like a bunch of other shit. It looked like he was active that night, and some active niggas got right back at him.
Nigga, if you shooting at undercover cops, nigga, and clipping them and getting off, nigga, you active outside.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Home was like, he was like, I believe his heart, like what he was saying, regardless of what he was talking about. It could be Brenda, it could be Black Power, it could be murder. Like that guy was all over the place, but you could tell his heart was in one place. And that's relatable. Like that other shit fake. Like, ain't nobody a gangster all day long. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, niggas got consciousness. Niggas love their moms. Niggas love their girls. Pop show all different sides of a nigga from the hood.
Do you feel like that's how he's influenced your style? Because I see you're very, like I said earlier, vivid and transparent in your lyrics, man. Do you feel like you kind of owe some of that to listening to so much Pac?
Man, yeah, that got a lot to do with it. Definitely do. I would say that. He let me know it's all right to be free, to be yourself.
Especially in this art where a lot of niggas is wave chasing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of gimmicks.
Everybody came in rich. You know, all this shit like that and all that. Like, that shit fake. And the people could see. And now it's like a lane for niggas that actually know how to rap. So.
And I'll be for real, man. I felt like the game was getting to a point where we lost that side of the art until I heard Griselda and Benny and what they was doing. You know?
You niggas thank those brothers, man. Like, anybody like me,
facts,
or anybody that loves that type of hip hop or whatever, thank those brothers. Without those brothers, this shit was just dead. This shit was just crickets. This shit was just crickets without those guys.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. At that point, there was a lot of niggas who the art was just gone, bro. I felt like the art was gone. You know what I'm saying? Was nobody rapping because niggas was almost scared to rap. Like, does anybody want to hear this shit no more? You know, it's like niggas was scared.
See, it wasn't street niggas rapping.
Mm.
You had niggas like J. Cole raps well. Kendrick Lamar raps well. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It just wasn't no street content with that level of lyricism.
When I listen to Fuego bass, let me be specific. You got a song called "Fuck Niggas." Now, I love that song. Song's amazing. Now, I was on the couch listening to it, bruh, and for a minute, I swore I was listening to Styles P. I'm like, bro, he sound like Styles. Like, do you ever get that comparison to the Locks that you sound like either Jadakiss or Styles?
They said I sound like Kiss. I figured it'd slow me to Kobe use Michael shit to win them trophies, man.
How much did the Locks influence you coming up?
The Locks had like a heavy influence, but I can't act like it's like I can't change my voice or like my cadence or like it just is what it is. Like, you feel me? I never sat down and said, yo, I want to sound like this or rap like this. Never. Like, this is all natural to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, if I sound like my favorite, that's great.
Right.
Like, to me, like those like the illest niggas, these niggas been rapping better than everybody. That's amazing. That's amazing.
To be compared to such legends like LOX, niggas been slaying shit for 20 years.
The subject matter must be good. If you listen to fuck niggas and say, damn, you thought that was Styles P, you must think it was whack.
Never. Not at all.
You feel what I'm saying? Styles P is elite MC.
He's one of the greatest to ever do this shit. Ever. My
point exactly. So if you hear me and you're not thinking, wow, this is the wackest Styles P shit ever, then I did all right.
When I hear Fuego bass, your lyrics, it almost brings me back to an era where lyricists were at their elite best. You know, like that 2000, like around that 2000 era where you had such guys as Siegel, Cassidy.
Like I said, you got it. Around that time in my life, I was locked up a lot. Like, I studied those guys. That's what I listened to every day. I had nothing else to do. And that's how I kept in tune with the streets, was through music. And those are the guys that I listened to. So
did you?
I come from them, so I hope I'm doing them good.
Were you rapping around that time when you were you weren't?
Like I knew how to rap. I just didn't give a fuck about it. I knew how to rap my whole life. I just never gave a fuck. So
you never showcased it, or you never like took the time to actually work on your pen game and nothing like that coming up as a young guy?
Nah. Like I had spurts and times where I did or whatever, but like a lot of people didn't know I know how to rap. I kind of always knew that the minute I took it serious, that people would take me serious.
What made you really say, I'm going to leave this street shit alone and focus on this music?
Shit, man. Like I said, I had a couple conversations with Benny when I was in jail. And those conversations led me to believe that I'll be able to feed my family doing this.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, cool. It's taking a little patience. It's not no overnight shit. But anything worth getting you ain't gonna come across it easy.
Facts. You gotta grind it.
I'm not around for a handout neither. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm an earner.
When I met you, I actually met you in Pomona at the Bird and the Plugs tour. I seen you perform on stage, bruh. I had never heard any music from you before, but Benny, before he introduced you and brought you out, he asked Pomona, he asked the crowd, he said, is there any rappers in the building? Maybe, half the building probably made some noise. And then he said, we looking for the spitters, the people with bars. And then he brought you out and you spit about 2 or 3 freestyles a cappella that were amazing, bro. Amazing. What kind of pressure do you feel as being known as the new person on the label that's gonna hold it down with the bars? Like, is there any pressure with like, all right, I gotta keep my pen sharp? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that's expected of me being a new artist coming out.
Yeah, but shit, that's what I want.
That's good pressure.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, bro. Like, this shit bigger than me. Like, I feel like a higher power speak through me. Because if it wasn't that, then everybody could do this shit that I'm doing.
For real.
The earth is not common; it's a blessing. And as long as I keep that first in my head, then God ain't gonna let me down.
For real. For real.
Yeah, I'm speaking for him. Or it, or whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
Say that.
It's like, bro, like, I start writing raps like 6 months ago, and I ain't skip a beat. I'm sending shit back in 15, 20 minutes sometimes. And
what's your writing process like?
Man, I pace the room and it come out how it come out. I record it as it come out.
Okay, so let me ask you, are you writing in your head?
No, yeah, it's coming. It's coming how it's coming. I'm thinking, I'm putting it together.
That's
and like, I got this pacing thing I do, and I smoke a lot of weed.
Hell yeah.
And like I said, as I formulate it and I'm satisfied with it, I record it.
That's fire. Say That. You did a mixtape called Say That.
Say That.
I like that joint. You got something called Coke Wouldn't Lock. I probably lost my mind when I heard that joint. You got some bars, bro. Can you talk about that joint, Coke Would Lock?
Shit, that's my shit.
Man.
I don't know, man. I think different. I don't know where that shit comes from.
Man. Yeah, that stuff just different, man. Like where do you get your inspiration from? Do you draw off of early experiences of your whole life? You draw off of recent stuff? Like, where do you get your inspiration from, man?
It's a little bit of both. Because every day you're going to see something. If you're observing, you're going to see something that you could write about or express in a certain way.
So you don't feel like you ever get...
If I come out at 7 in the morning, by 9:30, I done seen some shit in my neighborhood I can rap about.
So you don't feel like you ever get writer's block? Some writers might be in a space where they can't create. Do you ever feel that at all?
Nah, that's why I say I think it's bigger than me. Like, whenever I think that, or I'm like, damn, where is it going to come from? That higher power or whatever it is, like, it comes. The shit don't fail me, bro.
Fuego bass, that's fire.